Congratulations, Sutton High School students. You just survived an extremely challenging academic school year. And now it's time for some rest, relaxation, and of course, some summer reading. In this video, you're going to see the summer reading prompt, and you'll hear some book recommendations from your English teachers, from me, and from Barnes & Noble. Enjoy your summer, and happy reading! Often in works of literature, individuals and/or groups attempt to find their place in the world. Select a book of worthy high school literary merit and discuss how a character or situation from the book you chose fits the idea of finding your place.
Hi everyone, Ms. Taylor here with your summer reading recommendation. So my recommendation for you to read over the summer is The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich. And a little bit about the book is that it's set in the late 1980s on an Ojibwe reservation in North Dakota. And it's a story of 13-year-old Joe and his journey to find justice for his mother and along the way find himself. One day in the late spring of 1988, Joe's mother is assaulted on a sacred place in his reservation. Over the course of the next year, Joe has to learn more details about the crime and its impact not only on him and his mother, but on the community around him. Over the course of the year, he also has to navigate two worlds, the world on his reservation, as well as the outside world of 1980s America, and how he has to decide what right and wrong means to him in both of those worlds, and whether or not he can find a place for himself. I hope you guys read it, I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to talking to you guys more about your summer reading books next year.
All-American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiely. In this book, there are two main characters, Rashad, who is a black boy wearing baggy clothes who is mistaken for a shoplifter, and Quinn, a white boy, who witnesses his best friend's older brother, a police officer, beat up Rashad after the incident in the convenience store. Quinn decides to keep what he saw quiet, and he feels like, why should he have to say anything, because people videotaped it and recorded it, and it was being posted on social media. But as the town and the nation starts becoming divided over what actually happened, and people start shouting racism and police brutality, Quinn has to make a decision as to what he will do. Will he continue to remain silent, or will he speak out? All-American Boys by Brendan Kiely and Jason Reynolds.
Asking an English teacher about summer reading is a tough question. I could speak for about an hour or so, but I'll give you a few tips. Nonfiction selection, One Day by Gene Weingarten, really interesting story. Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, Anything by Kristen Hanna, and Where the Crawdads Sing. Have a great summer.
If you like fantasy books, I highly recommend Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This book takes place in Orisha, where people called Magi had magical powers, but the king, who was not a Magi, decides to order the slaughter of all of the Magi in the land, leaving the protagonist Zélie without a mother. Zélie, later in life, has a chance to bring magic back to Orisha, but only if she can outwit and outrun the prince, who has made the decision to get rid of magic in Orisha forever. Highly recommend this book. It's already been chosen to be made into a movie, and it is the first book in a series, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. A book that I recommend with LGBTQ themes is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. In this book, we see Aristotle and Dante, two characters who try to find their place in the world, and they discover the importance of friendship.
Hi, I hope that you're getting a lot of summer reading done. I'm trying to do the same thing, and I've got some books I'm trying to work through, but the one I'm doing right now, you can see right here on Sora. It's called Heartland, and it's a memoir, a fascinating look at rural America. If you get a chance, download it through Sora. You can read it, or you can listen to it, or several other titles you can get through Sora. You can go right through our school's library page to find it. So thank you for doing that, Mrs. Farmer. I hope you take a lot of time to read this summer and have an enjoyable time doing it.
In The Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Rebai, the main character Jay is a senior in high school who finds out that his cousin June has been murdered as part of the Philippines' war on drugs. Since no one in his family wants to talk about it, Jay travels to the Philippines to find out what really happened to June. This book is full of mystery and suspense as Jay learns more about June, his birthplace, his family, and most importantly, about himself. Beartown by Fredrik Backman is set in a small Swedish town called Beartown, where ice hockey rules everything. It really shows how sports has an impact on our communities, and it also shows the pressure that is put on young athletes today. This story follows the junior ice hockey team, which is exceptionally talented, and they have a chance of winning a major championship. And if they do, then it can bring a lot of money into the town. So there's a lot of pressure on these kids to win. And right before the championship game, there's a star player who gets into some trouble, and the rest of the plot really focuses on the town and how they react to that situation. It's a gut-wrenching kind of a book, so if you have any emotional triggers, you might want to research the book a little bit more and just make sure that it's the right fit for you. I found out about this book from Mr. Wandice. It's also one of his favorites. It's the first book in a series. The second one is already out, called Us Against You, and I can't wait for the third one to come out. Again, Beartown by Fredrik Backman.